Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Bird Street UK's podcast. This is our pilot episode, so we'll see how it goes, but we hope you enjoy it. We're going to tell you a bit about Bird Street UK, about some of the inspiration behind our colourways and some of the works in progress as well. So let's kick off with introducing ourselves.
Hi, I'm Clare. I'm Bird Street UK on Instagram and I'm MrB on Ravelry. I'm the brains behind Bird Street UK.
Brains?
Rude.
This is my rude sister. I make project bags, or I have done in the past. Lost my mojo a little bit at the moment, but loving dyeing the yarn. Yeah. Who are you?
I'm Beki. I am Clare's very much younger sister. Not twins like some people ask us.
Rude.
I am a teacher and I am MrB's #1 test knitter, and I am Bexy Norms on Instagram.
She is.
And last but not least is myself. I'm John. I'm a head teacher by day and dyer by night and weekends and whenever I can, just as a way of chilling out from the day job and helping Clare with the business. I love photography as well, and that really influences the yarns and the colours that we come up with as well. So that's the three of us.
And you're at MrB's Yarn on
I am
Instagram.
also MrB's Yarn on Instagram. Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
So on this podcast each month me and Clare are going to show you some of our whips and our FOs and share some of our future knitting plans with you. And John is going to be, well, I'll let him tell you what he's going to do.
Well, we're going to showcase some of the colours that we come up with so far, show you some of the things that are in the shop, but also give you some ideas about the inspiration behind our colourways and let you know some of the things that we're thinking about for the month ahead. So hope you enjoy it.
So we've kicked MrB out for a little bit. We're going to talk about some of our whips and FOs and a few Christmas gifts and some future plans. So should we start with these?
Yeah, I reckon we should.
So we made each other for our birthdays last year an advent calendar. So we were very much looking forward to December to start opening them. And we both decided to make the Land of Sweets cowl by Helen Stewart. It was in her knit vent.
Knit vent, yeah. It's the only one I've knit so far from that, but there's some lovely patterns.
Yeah, they're all really nice.
Yeah.
So we've knit up these crazy, colourful, quite interesting to see our different colour choices, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was very interesting. I found that my sister likes pink. Lots of pink. Yeah,
I do, unknowingly, really.
Yeah, I think mine's quite random.
But it was such a fun pattern. It was lovely. I kept up with
nice.
mine every day, which I really thought I wouldn't, especially being so busy at work.
Oh, I love the fact that there's some of our yarns in there and I've not seen knit up before, and then I can see them knit up. They look really good.
It's come out really nicely.
So did you sort of do? Are they all from your advent calendar?
No, I did miss out a few because a couple of them were like much darker colours, and it just didn't, or really didn't go with the day before. So there were a couple that I did substitute ones I already had, but I'm not sure how many.
Oh, I love that section.
Yeah, I think this is my favourite bit.
Hedgerow.
There's a bit of hedgerow.
Wool barn and MrB's.
Yeah.
Freya. Peach.
Yeah, really nice.
That looks so cute. Yeah, I love it.
So I think we both got plans to knit another one, haven't we?
Definitely. Yeah, I substituted some as well. Because I'm not really a pinky sort of girl, but I did put the pinky ones nearer to the middle, and I did a little stripe
I don't
there.
wear tons of pink, but I obviously like to buy pink yarn.
You have a number of pink socks, I think, and then at the end I kind of got some random bright colours going on there. But actually, when I've got it on, I really like it.
And it's good with
really
like
nice.
all white or
wear.
black or jeans. Or
Exactly. Yeah.
They work
Yeah. I probably wouldn't wear it with this cardigan.
No.
But yeah, I really like it. So yeah, I definitely recommend that, and I do want to do. I want to do an all one colour one.
I've got plans for my next one already. I've already purchased some George's Marvellous Medicine from MrB's.
Oh, it's rather nice.
Which is just gorgeous, and I've ordered some off-white, just drops baby merino, and I'm just going to do alternate stripes.
Oh, nice. Oh, that'd be lovely.
So yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll come in the next few days. I might get that started.
Yeah, get started on it. Yeah, I was thinking I've got some other projects on the go, but I'd really like to get on with another one. I don't know if I'd have enough. I still got some of the Wool Barn Rose Gold. I quite fancy making one out of that.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Do you want to share these you've got in the back? Because these are really funny.
This is an old finished object. I was going to talk a little bit about how I got into knitting. It was about 3.5 years ago. I was waiting to have a hysterectomy and I decided to plan ahead because I knew I'd have a few weeks recovery. So I was on Instagram and I was so inspired by Tink Hickman, Deb, who's got a beautiful feed on Instagram, and she was knitting socks and I was just confused by that. I didn't realise people still did that, and I decided that I wanted to do that. So I ordered myself a sock knitting kit from Meadow Yarn, I think, and yeah, I set about knitting my first pair of socks, which is quite hilarious because I just followed the pattern. I cast on 72 stitches, which is ridiculous for my feet. So I have this humongous pair of socks. Elephant socks. And then one is like 1.5 inches longer than the other one. And I clearly didn't notice. They are enormous. I've never been able to wear them. If I'd made them longer, they would have fit MrB, but no, I enjoyed knitting them, but I used bamboo DPNs, which looked like boomerangs by the end of it, because I was, yeah, going mad with them. So yeah, this is my first ever pair of socks, and I wouldn't wear them, but I have affection for them.
Bizarrely, actually, I ended up wearing my first ever pair of socks today. I've got them on.
Come on then.
Hang on. Am I going to do an Amy and stand on the chair?
Yeah, do an Amy. That chair might break.
So these are my first ever pair of socks. I think they're Surdar Heart and Soul.
Very nice. I do like those. I was proud of Beki because when I was knitting socks, she would say, "Oh, knitted socks. I couldn't wear her knitted socks."
I thought they'd feel like,
oh yeah, they'd make me feel funny. They put my teeth on edge, and then, and no, she's addicted. Yeah. She's actually just dumped a load in my bath to wash.
Well,
and
the perks of having a yarn dryer in the family is the spin dryer. Right. Anyway, so I've already just mentioned Amy. She's one of our favourite podcasters, Amy Florence from Stranded, and she's on a mission to make 25 pairs of Christmas socks. So of course, because she's doing it, I really wanted to do it. So I've bought myself a box.
That's so cute.
So cute. I think it was from TK Maxx, possibly.
I love it. I have the lid.
And inside are my Christmas socks so far. I've got 6 pairs.
You're a machine.
6 pairs, and some of them are ones I knit last year, but these are my new ones. Oh, these are my favourite.
They're gorgeous.
These are, a bit closer, they are the Clark socks by Jaclyn Salem.
They are gorgeous.
And they have this sort of double cable thing down the front, and then a little mini cable down the back of the leg.
Oh, I love them. I got them.
It was so easy. There's this like pearl sort of chevron detail going down here, and the number stitch of where the pearl is in the row relates to the number of the row in the pattern, so it's really easy to remember. And then there's only 2 cable rows on the front and 1 cable row on the back, so it's really easy. The yarn is absolutely gorgeous. This one is Peppermint Bark Red by Vieki Brown Designs.
Oh, I love them.
And this is her green on Donegal multicoloured nets.
Can you get that closer? Because that is so gorgeous.
I don't know if I can get in the light, but it looks like fairy lights on a Christmas tree.
It does.
It's just
it kind of
gorgeous.
reminds me of snooker tables.
Yes, a little bit.
Love it.
Then my next pair of new ones were these.
Oh, I like these.
Some good old MrB's, I think dyed by Mrs B here. And it's I Am the Gingerbread Man. Just some straightforward vanilla socks. And then I used their Long Island Iced Tea Mini for the heels. And I just did a tube
so
with
them.
a True Afterthought Hill by Susan B. Anderson.
I love them. They are
They're
so cute.
They were really fun.
Yeah, they're really cute.
I just love how they knit up in a spiral.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Oh, I'm so chuffed to see it knit up because you just don't know, do you?
No.
Yeah.
Cool.
Really like
And then finally these ones. I had this yarn for my birthday. It's Nicole C Mendez in the Red Riding Hood colourway, I think.
I may have had a hand in buying that present. It was from Mum and Dad, but you know.
But I just thought it looked quite Christmassy anyway.
What she'd
And this one, I just did a slip stitch detail. I don't know if you can see.
It's lovely.
Just every time the colour changed, just slips the stitch on 2 rounds.
Really makes it pop.
Just yeah, it was fun.
Really like that.
So that's my Christmas socks so far. I've got a few when I show you my whips in a moment. You got any more finished objects?
My only other finished, well, I'm wearing Veronika. I won't do an Amy because I'll probably fall through the chair. But yeah, here's Veronika. She's gorgeous. She's a bit warm at the moment. Yeah. But that was a good knit. It took me a little while, bigger needle, bigger yarn. I'm just not used to it. I thought it would just be really, really easy, but actually I found it quite taxing on my hands. But I'm really pleased with the result. And this was like Aldi £4.99 for a massive ball of yarn.
And it does have wool content.
It's got 20% wool, and it's really soft and it's really nice. And I do love to just throw it over stuff when I'm around the house and everything. Sorry, I'm just distracted because of my doggies over there. She's waiting by the back door.
John! Yeah? The dog wants to go out.
Sorry about that. I have my Find Your Fade, which I've shown on Instagram, but I've not shown. So this is upside down. It is upside down, and we're starting from the wrong end. So you've got the beginning. So that was a bit of 5 moons, a little bit of hedgerow. I love hedgerow yarns. This is one of ours. Oh, 2, 3 of ours. And then some, oh, you bought me that one.
Fleabubs by Lala.
Fleabubs by Lala, Plants and Rags. That was a lovely, lovely colourway.
Really, nice.
Really, really pretty, and that knit up really nicely as well. And then some...
I'm wearing my fade as well.
Is it Forever in Blue Jeans at the end for MrB's? Yeah, so this is mine, and it's really enormous.
So yours is bigger than mine because I did mine on a 3mm needle.
Ah, okay.
Which I'm really pleased with the size. I think I would like a bigger one again.
Okay. I feel like it wears me a little bit because I'm 5'3" and you're even shorter.
Yeah, but I love just being able to like really wrap it around and having lots of fabric.
I haven't quite worked it out yet, but I am pleased and I do love the colour.
So mine is, again, a couple of MrB's. I think these are the Hope Cove.
Oh, yes.
2 of the Hope Cove colourways.
Yeah.
Then this one of my favourites ever, is another one by Fleabubs by Lala.
Yeah.
It's Him for the Weekend. Love a Coldplay reference. And this one, I think, is that your Pink Lemonade colourway? Then this one is Northshire Yarns. Beautiful. In Barbie Goes to Malibu, which is really
gorgeous.
fun.
I like the pooling.
And also this one, which the name escapes me, but that's also by
really
Northshire Yarns.
Really soft.
And it's, I think it's silk, cashmere,
yeah, it's definitely got cashmere in it.
Alpaca. It's really, really soft. Although it made me sneeze a lot when I used it. And then this one is the final Hope Cove one from MrB.
So pretty, and you wear it a lot,
I wear it all the time.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's really, really nice.
All the little girls in my class always love it when I wear it.
They love you.
Pretty colours.
They're always saying, Miss Norman, you're gorgeous.
Thank you. Right then.
I think
whips.
That's all my... Yes, I got a few of those.
So this one in my BirdstreetUK biscuit bag. I'm terrible. Every time she does a new bag, I need it.
And yarn.
And yarn. They're going to bankrupt me.
Just keeping us going.
So this one is a bit of a pressurised whip because this is from my friend Lisa, who is 50 next Friday. So I've got just about a week to get it finished and blocked.
Oh, I love it.
But hang on.
I love navy. It's so pretty.
So it's the Asana wrap by Amber O'Brien.
Oh wow, this yarn.
So the yarns are another MrB's, funny enough. This one is the Cast of Frozen.
No way! Oh, I love it. It's got turquoise,
just gorgeous. It's got loads of little pops of
green,
like
pink,
orange,
everything.
all sorts. Bit of Anna, bit of Elsa, bit of Olaf.
That is knitting up so
yeah,
pretty.
And then it's striped with just this. Sorry, I've got a whole ball of it in here to show you. Drops Baby Merino.
Oh, that's lovely.
I think it's ice blue.
Sorry about the dog.
John!
Yeah, I know.
So sorry. And then
dogs, what can you
the
do?
navy is just the Drops Baby Merino again, just
That
in the navy
lace.
blue. So it's got these lace sections, and then at the moment I'm on the even stripe section, which is a bit of a beast because it's 49 repeats of 4 rows.
Goodness.
And I've done 13 so far.
Oh my goodness.
So that's going to be a bit of a slog. And then there's another little panel of navy lace, and
Wow.
then the decreases.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful though.
So it will be lovely, but I'm
really worth
feeling
it.
the pressure a little bit.
Now you've got a little bit of a banana hammock going on. I want some of this.
Yeah, it's lush.
John, you need to make some more frozen.
That's amazing.
Yes,
So that's my first one.
Oh, I love it. Well, I'm knitting MrB's socks, and I actually started them ages ago. Men's socks, they're so big. And so wide. So this is Sweet Georgia Top Love sock in the Shipwreck colourway. And it's really lovely, teals and browns, and yeah, really like it. But it's taken a little while. I have the second one going, just doing some tube socks, and then I will put in an afterthought heel. This is
Sorry, the dog's licking my hand.
stitch marker that Beki
it.
gave me in my advent calendar, and it's very cute.
Go and find John. Where's John? Go and find him.
They're
really
really
cool.
cool. The dog's going to be a major distraction, isn't she?
Oh well.
So yes, those are one of my whips.
So my next whip is, I started these yesterday, and I was just telling Claire I had a little bit of a disaster last night. So it's the rest of the green Donegal Neps yarn, which is just gorgeous.
Listen a little bit bright
And the pattern is Evergreen by Madeline Gannon. I don't know if you can see, but it just has this little
it's so cute.
Christmas tree lace pattern. I've already done one pair in this pattern actually, and it was so
lovely.
easy I wanted another pair. But last night when I was knitting on it, I suddenly realised that there were 2 drop stitches down there. So me and Claire have just been talking about it, and I've got the right number of stitches, the pattern all lines up, so I think I'm just going to try and sew them in, because I really can't face, especially after doing
Cute carrot.
several rounds of 1x1 twisted rib on the cuff. I don't really want to do that again. I'll show you my cute stitch markers. They are by Country View Crafts. This one's a little hot chocolate cup. Chapel View.
Yeah.
That's it, Chapel View. Sorry, don't know where that came
Oh, I
from.
love her stitch marker.
And this one is a mince pie. And then this bell came with the yarn from Vieki Brown. So cute. I don't keep that on there though, because it does get a little bit annoying. I've got some
a bit mad.
I've got some other Christmassy stitch markers in here. I've got Snowman's Nose.
That's cute.
And a little Christmas cake. It's got marzipan and everything. It's
Oh, her
so clever.
it is amazing. I absolutely love her. She's so clever.
And I'm planning on doing the heels in the peppermint bark red. And
Love
the toes,
that.
I thought would be a bit of fun.
Love it.
So nice.
Yeah. And some little shorty socks would be nice in that.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I don't tend to wear shorty socks.
I do. PE.
It's
Yeah.
Norman doing PE. So my next work in progress, I'm quite excited about this. Last Christmas, some friends of ours have got relatives up in Shetland, and they have a farm, and they have Shetland sheep. And he put on Instagram that his sister had some wool spun in a local mill, and you can still smell the machine oil.
I don't like that.
See, I love it. It's Shetland and alpaca blend, just natural colours. Feels quite rustic. It's a little bit oily. I can feel the oil on my fingers a little bit when I'm knitting. But I knit a pair of Selbu mittens out of some West Yorkshire spinners a couple of weeks ago, and gave them to my sister-in-law for Christmas because she's very knit-worthy. And so I decided to knit myself a pair out of the Shetland wool because I just really wanted to use it, and I want to show my friends what I've made with the yarn, which I've had for a year, which is absolutely terrible. I actually remembered to put a thumb hole in this time. On my sister-in-law's one, I forgot. Thankfully she has tiny little hands, so it wasn't too much of a problem to have an afterthought thumb. So yeah, it's really nice. I'm excited to wash it and get the oil out and see how it blooms and drapes and stuff. So I think that'd be really nice. So yeah, I'm really I'm loving this. Is the Selbu pattern. Like everyone's gonna know. From Ellie of Skeindeer Knits podcast. It's gorgeous. I love it, and I want to knit all of her colour whip patterns. That's another whip.
Sorry, don't excuse the coughing. So this one I'm showing you because it's a long-term whip, and I want to put some pressure on myself to actually finish it. It's in my BirdstreetUK llamas and cactuses bag. Cacti. And inside is my worsted Boxy by Locatelli.
That's been there a little while.
It's been there since the summer, I think.
Oh.
And I don't know why I've put it down because I've actually done most of the ballroom part.
We have the lost ball of yarn.
There's 17 inches of stockinette with a lot of stitches.
Lovely yarn.
I've done quite a lot of it. Again, it's just drops chunky, I think, or worse, no, drops Aran, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's going to be Aran or Wersted, isn't it?
Big merino, there we go. Drops big merino.
It's got little sort of flecks in it.
100% wool. Doesn't see the colourway. Grey.
Kind of looks grey, but it's got kind of, I can see sort of flecks.
It's almost lilac-y, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lilac-y.
But yeah, it's just the worsted Boxy by Locatelli.
Oh, it's so lovely to wear.
I really want it. I've put it down and there's more exciting things in it. I think it's a bit too grey, isn't it?
Yeah.
So interesting.
It's doing what Amy's did a little bit, flicking up when she made hers, so you might want to look at that. I don't know, you have to get some tips from her.
I'll say, yeah.
Yeah,
block.
It's lovely. Oh, yeah, you won't regret it.
It'll probably be finished by the summer. And then I won't have to wear it.
She's amazing. She'll start a project and it's done in days. She's an absolute...
I am a speed knitter.
She is a speed knitter. She's really fast. I've got... Well, I'm quite a lot older than her, so I've got old lady boots. And I can't knit quite as much or as long as she does. But she's done beautiful things. Yeah, the sun is being a bit of a pain. We have south-facing windows and I have light all down my front. So, any more whips? Yeah, I started one yesterday.
Ooh.
My son and his fiance went to Iceland last year for a holiday, and I sent him with some money. And he bought me some Let Lopi, a lot of Let Lopi, and I still haven't knit with it. So I decided that after knitting, it's very scratchy.
Oh, hairy.
It's very hairy, but it's incredible. I did knit a swatch, which I'm quite impressed by. I knit a swatch, and I got gauge. I knit my swatch in the round, so it's got the tails on the back. And I sat with it on my hand last night, and it is incredibly warm, but there's no weight to it at all. It's really, really light wool. There's no weight to it, and but it's going to be really warm. So I started. It's the Talia. Like most other people, this is going to sound butchered, but I will show you a picture. Would you say Talia?
Yeah, probably.
The Talia jumper. I'm going to stop saying that.
Sharpen up your Icelandic.
I should do that. It looks really lovely. It's got, it's kind of got a rolled cuff. It's kind of rolled cuff, and then some ribbing, and then you've got your little bit of colour work. I've changed the colours a bit just to make sure I've got enough. So that's all I've got of the sleeve. But I started that last night, and yeah, cool. It's all going to be shades of grey with some pops of navy blue and mustard in the top. So looking forward to that. So that could be something you'll see quite regularly. Because I don't anticipate it happening quite very quickly.
My final whip is another long-term one that I really wanted to have finished by now, and I kind of thought it would be a much quicker knit than it's been. It is the... Sorry, this is really crumpled. It's the Breakers Cowl by Hollie. You can't really see it very well on there. And it is very, very chunky.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be huge. And I thought it'd be really wearable and really useful. And I've done it in cream, so it goes with everything.
And then
but it's really tough on the hands. It's double garter.
Wow.
So it's really, and it's chunky yarn on, I think,
very squishy.
I want to say 8mm needles, something like that. Wow. So it's not been much fun. So I've not got very far so far.
Yes,
but I do really want to finish it.
Size 8.
5, is it?
Yeah, size 8.
And I'm using, it's the WI yarn from Hobbycraft, just the chunky one.
It's lovely.
Because it needed a lot, and they were on 3 for 2. It's really soft.
Yeah, it is really squishy.
Really, really soft.
Oh, it'll be beautiful when it's done.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work.
I just need to get the mojo to finish it off, really.
That's a lot of work. We've only got a few more days off before we go back to work.
I've got to finish the Astana first.
Yeah, yeah.
I will do it. Actually.
Yeah, you're.
I've shown you now, so
yeah, she's got to do it now.
you have to hold me responsible for it.
So I think that's all of my whips.
You're going to share your Christmas present.
Pretty good about that at the moment. Yeah. So this is what I had for Christmas. It wasn't a total surprise.
What's MrB?
I did buy it and hand it to him and say, look what you bought me for Christmas. So I have my Lykke Needles. Yeah, using a set at the moment on my Icelandic jumper.
Everyone at Christmas was just baffled what they were.
Yeah.
Doesn't your needle, doesn't your knitting fall off the end?
My mother-in-law said, doesn't your knitting fall off? And my brother thought they were fishing plates. But they're not fishing plates. Yeah. So yeah, very pleased with those. They're lovely. Just started to use them, so I can't say for sure what I think of them, but so far so good. I like those.
I had some new yarn for Christmas. This one was my number 25 in my advent calendar. Clare had her number 25 for her birthday because her birthday's in July and she'd have to wait a really long time for it. It is Stranded Dye Works Disco Pop on her Sanctuary base, which is actually exclusive to Alternate Universe, which is a shop just outside of Bristol. It's a BFL bamboo base and it's quite soft.
Hi Kim, we love Kim.
Yeah, hi Kim. Hi Amy.
Love you, Amy.
Yeah, so there's hair on it, that's lovely, sorry. So I'm just deciding what to make with those. What I'd really like, I don't know if anybody can help me with a pattern, I'd really like a sock pattern with like a snowflake eyelet design, a bit like the Evergreen
like the tree
socks.
Yeah.
That's what I'd really like. I can't find one, I'm not clever enough to design it myself, so if anyone knows of a pattern that I could use with that one, that would be lovely.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then my family secret Santa got me this MrB's yarn. It's in the antique Christmas colourway, which is just gorgeous.
Yeah,
so I think this will probably become another pair of socks for my Christmas box as well. I know Christmas is over, but I kind of got the Christmas sock mojo now.
Yeah, do it while you've got the mojo.
And then I can be really excited when I get the box out of the loft next year, ready for December.
Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, I should do that, but hey, maybe I will one day. I had some MrB's yarn. I had some Metal Guru. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it because I was hoping for a jumper weight. Yeah.
That's right, you'll see it when he edits this and he might get you another one.
Yeah, he might do. So yeah, I've got some Metal Guru, which I love. Murky colours is more me, pink's more her. I also spin, I do spin yarn, and I've got some lovely fluff here from my gorgeous friend Rachel, who has Cat and Sparrow UK. She dyes up beautiful fibres and wool. This one's called Gelato, and it's Polworth and Grade A Mulberry silk, so it's the Cat and Sparrow logo. She does gorgeous things. Go visit her website. And that's what I've spun so far. Oh,
it's hard to get the light, isn't it? We'll get used to this.
I don't want to touch this light because it might actually fall off. So yeah, it's nice ice creamy and silver grey colour from there. So yeah, I'm having fun doing that. I actually might spin up the other one and ply them, and I might give it to my mum because she's been poorly all Christmas. Mum had to go to bed on Christmas Day because she was poorly.
So it's alright. We fed and watered everyone. It was fine.
We were good. She's taught us well. So that's all of my whips and projects and presents. Well, it wasn't all my presents, but
I got one more future
show
plan.
that bag. It's the cutest bag ever.
This is the cutest bag. This is from Pixie Yarns, and this one,
gorgeous.
she's quite local to us. I think she's just down the road in Somerset. So cute because it's a nice tiny little bag.
Oh, it's so cute.
But it's also got a divider in it, so you can do 2 at a time.
A divider with a zip.
With a zip and a pocket, and it's got like little yarn guides inside. Can't even. So cute. And in here is some more Vieki Brown designs yarn. She must be my second favourite dyer.
And she lives up the road in Cheltenham.
She lives up the road in Cheltenham, and she does the most amazing yarn. This is Storm Clouds and Rainbows. She actually gifted me this one because I did some test knitting for her.
It's gorgeous.
Which was sample knitting for
it's gorgeous.
a show. I can't remember which
one.
I love it. And she gave me a mini of this gorgeous pink, so I think that's going to be toes and heels. And I think I'm planning on doing Hermione's everyday socks with that one. So yeah,
Oh, I love
that'll be
that.
on the needles pretty soon.
Yeah, I have printed out some patterns that I've got planned, but I think I've left them somewhere. So, yeah, I fancy doing the pixel rice socks with the leftover bits of yarn from Madeline.
That'd be cool.
I've seen a few people have done the pixel rise, and I really fancy doing that. So I printed that one off last night.
Yeah.
And the barley light that appeared in my Ravelry library from Tin Can Knits came up, and I quite fancy knitting that for Freya, our friend's little girl. I've got some Stranded Dye Works Nougat.
Oh, cute.
MCN.
Yeah, I love Nougat.
So I fancy knitting that for little Freya. So she's got a nice little soft pink hat.
I've got one more actually. I've got some more MrB yarn waiting in the wings. This is George's Best. And this one is going to become a flax light for my friend's little boy Alfred. I made him one for Christmas in the Green Lantern colourway, and his mum and dad just absolutely loved it. I've had loads of photos of him wearing it so far, so she wants some more. So I think this one will be for his first birthday in March.
She whips up those jumpers.
They're tiny.
Yeah, but
they're tiny.
Like,
it's great.
Yeah, brilliant. So yeah, I think that's us for now.
All from us.
We'll
hand back over to MrB.
Okay, so this section comes back to me to tell you a bit about the colourways for BirdstreetUK. Answer some of the questions we picked up on Instagram about where the inspiration for our colours come from. And tell you a little bit in this first episode about what started us out with yarn dyeing. So back in March 2017, it was Claire's great idea for us to find something together. She was already working on project bags and had experimented a bit with yarn dyeing, but knew that my sort of passion for colour and art was a bit latent because the day job takes up so many hours. And she suggested I had a go at yarn dyeing. From trying it out, I found that it was something I really loved. And from there, I started looking around for different places for inspiration. So some of our colours come from my own photography, especially landscapes around southwest of England and particularly around Bristol, including some of the urban landscapes. So some of these pictures are examples of that. The next area for inspiration for us really came from my nephews and their love of superheroes and supervillains. So the Super series was born, and you'll see that a number of our early skeins were all coloured around different superheroes and supervillains. Here's some examples. After those, really just great colour combinations are the inspiration behind much of the yarn. I'm always on Pinterest. Claire tells me I'm on it too much, but always looking for great colour combinations, looking at complementary and contrasting colours that are really just going to work well together. And then after that came the idea behind children's picture books. We started talking about some of the books that we particularly enjoyed, that I'd enjoyed reading to children in school, and also that we'd enjoyed sharing with our own boys when they were much younger. So some of the examples that we've got here are some of the colourways that come from the children's book series. There's still plenty of ideas to come from that series. And then the last set really came from music, and we just started talking about music we've enjoyed listening to that has got particular memories for us, and add to some of those song titles or album covers. That's where some of the yarn has also come from. So with that being a bit of the background behind where the inspiration has come from, let's share with you a few of the things that we've got as ideas for the month ahead, and also talk a little bit about a shop update as to what's available for this month. So first of all, looking ahead to next month, we've been thinking a bit about the Instagram challenge that we've set up. The Instagram challenge is called #MyManuarySockAlong. The details are on the screen for you. And the background to that is that Claire often says that knitters tend to knit more for themselves than they do for other people. I'm not really sure that that's true. I think it might just be true in her case. But out of that, the challenge that we set up for this month that loads of you have responded to is, why not think about setting up a work in progress to create some socks for a man in your life. It doesn't matter whether it's your husband, your partner, your dad, just somebody you work with, whoever it is, but do something this month to create a set of socks for somebody else other than just yourself. So #MyManuarySockAlong. If you want to actually use that hashtag to post during the month of January, your work's in progress, and at the end of the month we will randomly select one of those and we'll send off a skein of yarn to you as a thank you for joining in part of that Instagram challenge. As a part of that, I plan to create some different colourways over January, so look out for those which are themed on burgundies and blues. Also, we're picking up on the children's book theme again, so there'll be some yarn coming that matches up with Matilda and also the fantastic Mr. Fox. As well as those, we're thinking about some favourites being repeated. So Jedi will not be the last Jedi, but will be repeated again in January, and there'll also be some others that to look out for from some of the best of 2017. Coming up, the shop update. Let me tell you some of the things that are in the shop at the moment. So to start off with, this is Woodland Wandering. Woodland Wandering is one of those that comes from some of my own photography, from an image taken in Dartmoor, a place that's particularly special to us. It's a lovely sort of muted colourway using blues and browns and a few knockback greens as well. So that's Woodland Wandering. The next, which is in the shop at the moment, is called Opulent, and this came from really just searching on Pinterest and really loving some the colour combinations that came with oranges, teals, turquoise together. So I hope that the lighting actually shows this off to its best, but this one is Opulent. Next, this was a bit of a free swim, so with colours left over from some of the other dyeing projects over the last week or so. This one is actually called Going Commando, and it uses a whole range of greens, teals. There's some really vibrant pops from Kelly Green in there, and then some deep emerald as well, offset by browns, Aztec gold. So a really nice natural coloured colourway. And then those are the ones that are in the shop at the moment, and there are some coming in the update, which is at the end of the week. So this one is developed from one of the children's book series. This comes from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Again, searching around on Pinterest, I came across an image that I particularly liked, a great poster advertising the book, and it was a real retro theme to it. So it was nice rich browns, and there were also blues, purples, burgundies, all used within the colourway. So look out for this one coming later on this week. Then this was one of our repeats. So She Dreams of Paradise, developed from a great song by Coldplay. This has got many different colours over dyed in it. So we got a lovely green base, speckled heavily then with reds, burgundies, other tones of green. That's She Dreams of Paradise. And then the last one, this has been really popular on Instagram this week. This is actually taken from Charlie and Lola, which is a great set of children's books and also videos or TV programs. So Charlie and Lola, this is a beautiful yarn. Again, muted colours of the pinks and yellows, offset with an orange, and then the blues as well. For those of you who know the series, the yellows and the pinks are taken from Lola's dress colours, and the blue from Charlie's sleeves. So that's Charlie and Lola. And that's about it for the shop update. Hope you've enjoyed finding out a bit about some of our colourways. Come back again and I'll tell you more about the colourways that we're working on during February. Thank you. Okay, well that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the pilot episode, and we look forward to seeing you all again in February.
Yeah, and we should have some exciting news and purchases from Unravel, because me and Beki are going to be there on the Friday and the Saturday.
Not me.
Not
No,
Mr.
we're not
B.
taking him. He'll know how much you spend then.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, I can't have him knowing that. So yeah, so if you see us at Unravel, come and say hi. And if I get my finger out, we might have some mini skeins to give away while we're there. We'll let you know. Yeah, it's been
See you
fun.
again soon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Bye.